So last we discussed about the common roots, how to find out the common roots. If both the roots are common, it's very simple. A1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2. If only one root is common, then in that case you have to assume let's alpha is common and then apply the condition and try to get the answers. That's what we have to do every time. So we derive all the, I guess the formula, yes, we got it. AC square equal to AB into BC. This is no need of remembering this formula, we cannot remember it. Only thing, procedure we have to follow whenever the question is coming. Now, so this was the basic of quadratic. Basically, we should study quadratic by using quadratic expression. So now today we will be starting the quadratic expression. So give the heading all of you, quadratic expression. Using this we used to do everything. Means indirectly I am talking about that ki quadratic function, when how to deal with the function. That's what we are going to talk. So before starting anything, if I say y equal to fx is a function and its graph is something like this, watch carefully everybody. This way, imagine this way the graph, and let's say this point is the x equal to a, let's say this point is the x equal to b, let's say this the point is the x equal to c. This graph says something. It says one thing, ki at x equal to a, x equal to b and x equal to c, y will be, fx will be equal to what? 0, or you can say y will be 0. Are you able to understand? Because here y value is surely 0. This is the x-axis. On x-axis y is 0. That means f of a will be 0 as well as f of b will be 0 as well as f of c will be 0. Or better way to say, x equal to a, b, c are the roots of what? Fx equal to 0. Fx equal to 0. Means if I make, right now this is the function. If I make an equation fx equal to 0, so this equation will have 3 roots, x equal to a, b, c. How did we say? By using the graph. At a graph means whenever they are asking about that, ki how to talk about the roots of px equal to 0, some polynomial px equal to 0, then try to draw the graph of y equal to px polynomial and exactly try to see where its graph is going to intersect the x-axis. That will be called as the roots of the curve. If it's not going to intersect anywhere, 100% sure that px equal to 0 will not have the roots. So many other things we say, ki for x less than a, fx is positive. When x is between a and b, fx is positive. I said wrong. For x less than a, fx will be negative because graph is below x-axis. And between a and b, fx is positive because graph is above x-axis. Between b and c, fx is negative, graph is below x-axis. And for x greater than c, again fx will be positive. So all this information comes from the graph itself. Everything's come out from the graph. So before goes with this, we can write it as a point to find the roots of any polynomial, any equation, not polynomial, any equation px equal to 0. What do? Draw the graph of y equal to px. Be clear, try to understand difference between these two terms. This is the equation and this is the expression. Suppose px is the cubic maximum degree of px is the 3. So this will be cubic equation and this will be cubic expression. If px is a quadratic, so this is the quadratic equation, this is the quadratic expression. So draw the graph of y equal to px. The value of x where y equal to px intersect x-axis called as the roots. Called as roots of px equal to 0. Straightforward. So we take the help of polynomial y equal to px and try to get the roots of px equal to 0, because never say that ki y equal to px having roots. Any expression cannot have the roots. Only equation can have the roots. So that's what we used to talk about this. I hope it's clear to all of you. Understand? The same time, you should be very clear ki when it's positive, when it's negative, and all those drama we can do the things. If I suppose somebody say y equal to px having the roots, y equal to px graph is something like this. What is the meaning? Roots. Just analyze the roots. No real roots. For this graph, what do you say? No real roots. Of what? Of y equal to px. No. Px equal to 0. We draw the graph of y equal to px and we tell the roots of px equal to 0. This does not have the roots. Again and again I am saying expression does not have the roots. There is no sense of it. Did you understand, all of you? If I say y equal to px graph is something like this. Carefully. Px. Please watch carefully. Something like this. And let's say the degree of this third degree means what is the degree of px? 3. Degree, can you understand? The maximum power of x in this. Now can you tell me how many roots of px equal to 0? How many roots of px equal to 0? Real roots. How many real roots are there? 3 real roots. 1, 2 and 2. Whenever graph touch x-axis means having the repeated root, having the equal roots. Always fix in your mind. I'm not saying 2 equal roots. It may be 2 equal roots, maybe 4 equal roots, maybe 6 equal roots. I don't know. But whenever the graph touch, remember all of you, that will have the always 2 repeated root will be there. This point try to understand. Px equal to 0 will say 3 real roots, because that's why I given 3 degree. Degree I given, otherwise I cannot answer this question. I should know that how many roots is there. 3 degree, so it means 3 roots are there. That real and imaginary, that graph will tell. This graph say 1 unique root here because this is the intersection. Touching means either 2 equal roots or 4 equal roots or 6 equal roots. 4 I'm saying. I'm sorry. 2 equal roots or maybe 3 equal roots, 4 equal roots. So many equal roots can come here. That will be decided how many maximum roots are there. Since total 3 roots are there, so surely here will be 2 roots, 2 equal roots will be there. So that will be 3 real roots in which 2 are equal. 2 are equal. Are you able to understand? When it touch means 2 roots are equal. Sir, why? Look. This point you have to understand the point. Suppose one graph is this way. Wait a moment. This is the graph. Watch carefully, everybody. Some graph, I don't know. If I ask you how many real roots, you will say 2 real roots. Why? Because it's only one intersection. Now just imagine. If I start shifting it up, now also 2 real roots, but those 2 real roots came closer. Now 2 real roots, but those 2 real roots came more closer. 2 real roots, still 2 real roots, equal roots are there, they are very close. Now also 2 real roots, but they are equal now. Did you understand the point? This is the what actually process take place. So whenever any graph touch at a point, remember that's 100% indicate that there is the two equal roots. There is two equal root. If it's an intersect, it means it's one real root at that point. I hope it's clear to all of you. It's very, very simple. So many times we've seen also, you may be not noticing. But if anybody asking you, tell me, this equation have how many real roots? This is a quadratic equation. So I'll say two real roots, but both are equal. Both are equal. X square minus 4x plus 4 equal to 0. What is the discriminant? 16 minus 16 equal to 0. D equal to 0 means what? Two real roots but equal. Can we see graphically? Yes, x minus 2 whole square. I hope all of you remember how to draw the graph. Y equal to x square is this. Y equal to x minus 2, 2 unit right side by using the first method. So 2 unit right side. Okay. Something like this. See? This is the 2 comma 0. That means roots is 2 and they are equal roots because graph is touching. We are not drawing graph of equation, we are drawing the graph of expression. And by that graph, we are analyzing the x minus 2 whole square, this roots. So my purpose was of all this drama was only one thing, whenever you want to analyze the roots, draw the graph and wherever it intersect, that is a unique root, but with touch means two equal roots. Is this clear to everybody? Right. So if anybody want to write in your language, you want to write it. If something you didn't write, please write it quickly. I should go for further after that. In your language, this point which I explain you by the graph, it should be mentioned. Otherwise, it will problem because I am going to use this. Real good questions you can do only by graph. There is no other way. Formula cannot solve. Done. Okay. Now let's start. Quadratic expression. Quadratic expression we represent by this way. Ax square plus bx plus c. This graph drawing is not at all difficult task. Easily we can draw it. But that graph we are not going to do by that way. This is called as the quadratic expression. Whenever you have to draw the graph of any quadratic expression, for example, this only. So to draw the graph, of course, any quadratic equation, if a graph is saying, suppose somebody say draw the graph of this, it's not a big deal for us. What we can do this, we can write x plus 1 by 2 whole square plus 3 by 4. Yes or no? We can express in perfect square. I already told you last class. Now, this graph drawing is very easy. We will draw the basic graph y equal to x square, then 1 by 2 unit towards left, then 3 by 4 unit towards up. I hope all of you remember. Graph 1 method and graph 2 method we can apply. First method, second method, answer will come and something like this graph will appear to you. This way. But not this way we are going to use it because every time we are not going to spend that much time for drawing the graph. What we will do, whenever you have to draw the graph of any function, such kind of things, this one. So always for graph, few things we should know. One is that, what is the shape of curve? That is the first things you have to understand. Please don't write and understand. Any graph when you are drawing, we should know the shape of the curve. Okay, shape. In mathematics, or forget about mathematics, in whole universe, only 3 shapes used to be there. One is the concave shape, another is the convex shape, and other is the straight line. Only 3 shapes exist. anything, any figure if you draw, you always mix with these three shapes only. Can you imagine any other shape? If you are to imagine any figure you imagine, it's a mixture of these three shapes only. Right? Your body is also this shape, see, convex shape. If you do like this, it will come convex. Only three shape is there in mathematics. As not mathematics, complete any figure you want to draw. If you are drawing also doing, this drawing will be used these three shape only. There is no other shape exist in whole universe. This is the three shape. The different issue, 3D will be there, 2D will be there, that different issue, but there also it will be used only these three shape. No other shape possibility is not there. These three shape always decided by double derivative. Whenever double derivative positive, shape will be concave up. Whenever double derivative negative, shape will be this, convex down. And whenever double derivative 0, shape will be straight line. That's all. So who decide the shape? Double derivative. Double derivative of any expression will tell you what exactly the shape of curve. If suppose somebody asks you, can you tell me y equal to ln x shape, log x base e? Yes, we can tell. I will find double derivative. First derivative will be 1 by x. Second derivative, differences and all of you know basic, I guess. Second derivative will be minus 1 by x square. 1 by x square always positive means this quantity, always negative means shape will be part of this. Shape of ln x will be this. Let's see. ln x graph we know how to draw. It's not big deal. ln x graph this way. See, this is a part of it. I'm not saying a complete portion will come. This part will come. So double derivative will tell you what exactly shape will be there. If suppose somebody asks you, can you tell me sin x shape? Yes, y equal to sin x means y dash equal to cos x means y double dash x equal to minus sin x. That means whenever sin x positive, shape will be this one because minus sin x is there. And whenever sin x negative, shape will be this way. Think carefully. Sin x graph if you draw, watch. Sin x graph when we draw, graph used to come something like this. Watch very, very carefully. This is the 0, this is the pi. Between 0 and pi, sin x is positive. So shape will be this one because double derivative will become negative. That's why shape is coming this. But between pi to 2 pi, sin x is what? Sin x is negative. So double derivative will become positive. The positive shape is this. That's why shape is coming this way. Have you understand the point? So sin x having the both these two shape, mixture of these two shape. One time this shape, one time another shape. Like this, it will alternately come. Did you understand? So shape of any curve, whenever we are drawing the shape curve, we must have the shape idea. What is the shape of curve? And that shape of curve, who will decide? I will say double derivative. Orally, you can think double derivative of this. First derivative will be what? 2ax. First derivative 2ax plus b. Second derivative 2a. Second derivative 2a means shape of this will be decided by a, and we know a cannot be negative. For any quadratic expression, a cannot be negative. Double derivative is coming 2a, y double dash is coming 2a, and it's for quadratic, the condition a cannot be 0 means shape of this curve cannot be straight line. I hope you understood. Now, a may be positive, may be negative. It means shape we can say this way, if a greater than 0, shape will be this. And if a less than 0, shape will be this. Is this clear to all of you? So, whenever quadratic expression a coefficient of x square positive, shape will be upper parabola like this. And if a is negative, shape will be lower parabola, convex. Concave, convex you can remember. Concave and convex. So concave shape and convex shape will be there. Shape has to be decided. Fine. Shape is over. Next, relation with the x-axis. Relation with x-axis. Relation with x-axis. Initially it will look a little bit odd why we are doing this one, but it will help a lot. Be clear. I'm just trying to save you to do so many questions and formula remembering. These things can take care of everything. Relation with the x-axis. Think about that. Whenever graph do something with the x-axis, that is define the roots of the quadratic equation. That equation. Okay. Actually, this is not equation, but if I will take one quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, so relation with x-axis means where y is 0. On x-axis y is 0. So where y 0 means this will become quadratic equation. This quadratic equation, discriminant will decide what actually will be relation with x-axis. Think carefully. If d greater than 0, what does mean it? Having two different real roots means there is the two different intersection. It will intersect. It will intersect. X-axis at two different points. Have you understand this point? Everything is linked. Nothing new here. Second, if d equal to 0, what will happen? D equal to 0 means two equal root. Equal roots means what? Touch. So it will touch x-axis at one point. It will touch x-axis at one point. At one point. And d less than 0. And d less than 0. What is the meaning? No relation. That means neither intersect nor touch. Nothing will happen. I hope it's clear to all of you. And any quadratic expression, it will intersect y-axis 100%. It will intersect. Always it will intersect y-axis at 0 comma c. How? Very simple. X equal to 0, put it here. The x equal to 0, if you put the y equal to c will come, that will intersect y-axis at c. This is the 3 points you have to remember for drawing the graph of any quadratic expression. Whenever you have to draw the graph of any quadratic expression, these 3 points you have to remember. First, identify what is the shape. Next, identify that what is the relation with the x-axis. And next, where it will intersect y-axis. You will get always exact graph. There will not be any kind of the problem out of it. One more things we should learn it here. I know we are doing the quadratic graph. So quadratic will be either concave or convex. Whenever there is the concave and convex, always remember there will be a turning point. Graph will take turn because either this shape then also take turn and or this shape then also take turn. So turning point coordinate is very, very important. Turning point coordinate will be minus b by 2a comma minus d by 4a. Minus b by 2a comma minus d by 4a. Sir, how this is coming? Yeah, that is the main point. We should understand how it's coming. Turning point means what? The value, listen me carefully. Turning point, when I draw the graph of any quadratic expression, just dummy graph. Can I go to the next page? All of you wrote this point. If anybody didn't write till now, please take a screenshot. I'm changing. What is the meaning of turning point? Turning point means what? The graph will be this way. or this way. Quadratic having only two possibility. If this is coming, this is called as the point of minima. Point of minima. And this is called as the point of maxima. It's not a new for you. Don't get fed up. So many things is coming in single chapter. That's what it will not be. You cannot simply learn that quadratic will be this much. But one thing I can assure you, everything is the link. It's not that everything new is coming. All are linked, and you will see at the end it will be very small portion will be there which you have to keep in mind. But initially you have to understand from where to what is coming. This is turning point. Turning point means what? Graph will have either minima or maxima. That's what meaning called as the turning point. Yes or no? In any graph, I am not saying about the quadratic. Any graph, when they say turning point, means they are talking about the either maxima or minima. Graph taken turn. Graph will take turn when either graph is going up and then take turn, so maxima will form. If graph is coming down and then take turn, minima will form. So turning point means either maxima and minima. If you remember, maxima and minima means f dash x will be 0. First derivative, to get maximum minima, what we used to do? Find first derivative, put equal to 0. So if you want to get turning point of any graph, I'm not talking about the quadratic, any graph, find f dash x, put equal to 0, whatever x will come, that many turning will be there. That many turning will be there. Suppose somebody say y equal to sin x, find out turning, how many turnings are there? Okay, dy by dx equal to 0, I'll put means cos x equal to 0. Cos x equal to 0 means x equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2. Means this graph will take turn at every odd multiplication of pi by 2, and very much correct. Because sin x graph, if you take 2, this is the turning point and that is the pi by 2. This is the turning point, this is the 3 pi by 2. This is the turning point, this is the 5 pi by 2. Means at every odd multiplication of pi by 2, it will take turn. So to get the turning point of any curve, any kind of the expression, we just have to find out dy by dx and put equal to 0 and get x. We are talking about turning point of y equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Watch very, very carefully. Y equal to ax square plus bx plus c. This turning point I want to get, I will find dy by dx and put equal to 0. So dy by dx will be what? 2ax plus b must be equal to 0, means x equal to minus b by 2a. Yes or no? The x coordinate of turning point of this expression is this. I want to get y coordinate. Okay, this x value I will put it here to get y value. I'm sorry. All of you understand? But this is the x coordinate. Somebody say, okay, x coordinate is minus b by 2a. What is the y coordinate? How to get y coordinate? This x coordinate I will put in the y function. Let's put it and see what is happening. So a into minus b by 2a the whole square plus b into minus b by 2a plus c. So y equal to, watch it, this will become 4a square, y b square by 4a square, 1a will get cancelled, I will get b square by 4a minus b square by 2a plus c. I hope I am doing correct. 4a will be LCM, so you will get b square minus 2b square plus 4ac. So this will become what? B square minus b square is the minus b square plus 4ac, minus take common, so it will come minus b square minus 4ac by 4a. If you remember, this is nothing but the capital D. So y coordinate will be minus d by 4a. Did you understand? Is it clear to everybody? That is why I wrote turning point of any expression is quadratic expression is minus b by 2a comma minus d by 4a. I hope now it's clear why I said that turning point, and it's a be clear. It's the heart of the quadratic. This point which I wrote in the red, it's the heart of the quadratic. This will help you a lot. If you really know how to apply this turning point concept, so many things you can tell very easily. We can tell oral here itself. Look, suppose somebody say, think carefully, a is positive. Concentrate on my video. A is positive. If A positive means graph will be this way. Yes or no? Graph will be this way. I want that key roots, two different real roots. That means graph should intersect x-axis. So graph y should go below x-axis. So this quantity should be negative, and this will be negative when D will be positive. When D positive, that's why roots will be two different real roots will come. D negative, no real roots, because this value will become positive. Total value positive. Total value positive means above x-axis. Think the turning point is above x-axis, so where there is no intersection because this is the minimum. If anybody asks what is the minimum value of the function, this is the minimum value. Graph is like this, so this is the minimum value. No? This is the minimum value. And when A negative, this value will become maximum value. This will become maximum value because A negative shape will be this way. Shape this way, so that will become maximum. So maximum value. So any quadratic expression, maximum value or minimum value will be minus D by 4A. If A positive, this will be minimum value. If A negative, this will be maximum value. I hope it's clear to all of you. Understand everybody? Right. Simple question. Suppose they say, find minimum value of y equal to 3x square minus x plus 5 for x belongs to real number. Okay. Minimum value. Whenever you have to get the, can I draw the graph? Let's do it. I'm going to do, watch it carefully. Can I draw the graph? Yes, we can draw. Very simple. To draw the graph, I need the shape. Shape I know. This is the shape. Because A positive. Have you understand the point? A positive means shape will be this. Now, get the relation with the x-axis. Who will tell? Discriminant will tell. So, discriminant will be a b square 1 minus 4 into 3 into 5, which is negative. Will be coming equal to how much? Let's calculate also. 2060 minus 59, which is negative. Am I right or not? That means D negative means no relation with the x-axis. No relation. Turning point. Minus b by 2a. B is minus 1. So minus 1 by 2 into 3, so 1 by 6. Yes or no? I did correct, no? Or any mistake? Minus b by 2a, I doing correct, yes. 1 by 6, comma, minus d by 4a. D is minus 59, so minus d by 4a will become what? 59 by 12. Is this point clear to everybody? Graph. I may do calculation mistake. If I do, please let me know. 1 by 6. ये नहीं, कुछ अच्छा नहीं बना. Something like that. Yeah. This is your graph. Have you understand? And this coordinate is 1 by 6 comma 59 by 12. This coordinate of course 0 comma 5. But now let them ask anything. I don't care. Suppose they ask you here if x belongs to a real number. This line very important. Please concentrate everybody. If this line I will not give, I cannot give the answer. This line is very important. Here only I will play. I will change this interval and immediately answer will change. Same question answer will change. They are saying x belongs to real number means if you walk over on this line from here to here, what the y minimum and maximum, what the minimum value can be happen when I am here, y is this much big, when I here y is this much small, then small, this 59 by 12. After that again increase. That means y minimum value will be equal to what? 59 by 12. Means x, whatever you put, the smallest value of y, what you will achieve, that is the 59 by 12 only. I'm sure ki able to understand all of you. Okay, that's great. What is this equation have the roots or not? Real roots? No, because there is no intersection with the x-axis or touching x-axis. No real root. Okay. Suppose this same question, is this till this point clear, or anybody finding difficulty? Are you able to understand, everybody? We didn't start quadratic expression. I'm just giving background. Sometimes my background itself is used to be very heavy. That is problem. Did you understand till now? Now suppose somebody asks you, this question I'm changing. Watch it. I remove it. They say find minimum value of y for x belongs to 1 to infinity. I change it. Question totally change. 1 to infinity. Okay. Where is 1? 1 will be somewhere here. Because this is the 1 by 6. So 1 to infinity means they are talking about, means a person has to move from here to infinity only. If person will move from here to infinity, your graph is moving from here to up. What is the minimum value? This is the minimum value. Not able to understand. When x, they are saying x 1 to infinity means you cannot go before 1. So y will be this much only. This is your y. You cannot take this because this y is for those value of x which is less than 1. So what is the minimum value of y at this point? I will say at x equal to 1, the minimum value will come, and that will be how much? 1. If you put it here, 3 minus 1, that will become 2 plus 1 for 7. In that case, y minimum equal to 7. Did you understand? Is it clear to everybody? So you can understand, because here when they say minimum or maximum of any expression, the x play the very important role. You have to understand that what is the x condition is given. On that basis, you have to take up decision. You can answer me. Next question. This also change. What is the minimum value when x belongs to minus infinity to 0? What is the minimum value when x belongs to minus infinity to 0? Orally you can tell me answer. When x belongs to minus infinity 0. Yes. Now person is coming from minus infinity, to graph is coming from here. Graph, as when you are minus infinity, graph is somewhere here. As you are coming 0, graph is coming reach here. That's all. Straight line it will not become the computer problem. This is here. You stop here means graph is coming down. The minimum value will be at this point, and the minimum value will be at 0, means in that case y minimum will be equal to 5. I hope it's clear to all of you. Okay. Now, another question. Find maximum value of y if y equal to x minus x square plus 3 for first bit x belongs to real number. One minute. Second bit x belongs to minus infinity to 0. Third bit, x belongs to 0 to 1. Quickly, everybody try. Over. Check it here. Now I will teach you one more method also. Look this. First one, it's very, first what I will do, I will draw a graph. Minus x square plus x plus 3. Always arrange like this. A is negative, the shape will be this. And the turning point will be minus b by 2a. Minus b by 2a means minus 1 by 2 into minus 1 means 1 by 2 into d how much? B square 1 minus 4 minus 1 into 3, or you can say d equal to 13. D equal to 13, so minus d by 4a means minus 13 by, am I doing correct? D is minus d, minus 13 by, no, something wrong I am doing. By 2a, sorry, no, correct, 2a, this a will be, this minus will get cancelled, 13 by 2, am I right? This is the turning point, is it right now? Yes. Minus will disappear. Some people went in shock mode. What happened, bhai? Minus d by 4a, acha, I did mistake. 4a, that is the printing mistake. 4, correct? Now, this is the what we are getting. Now, let's draw it. Very simple. So, we will say turning point is the important. 1 by 2 comma 13 by 4 means somewhere here. And your graph will be, roughly graph will be this. I am not saying this will be exactly graph because I don't know, it may be intersect here or here, anywhere. But yes, this coordinate will be 0 comma 3. This coordinate will be 0 comma 3. Some clear picture I will draw. Yellow. 0 comma 3. Y value, x equal to 0 to y equal to 3. Something like that. Now look good. This is 0 comma 3 and this coordinate is 1 by 2 comma 13 by 4. I hope able to understand all of you. So first bit answer oral I can say 13 by 4 because when you are moving here to there to a total, so it's totally is moving this way. Okay, second, minus infinity to 0. When you come minus infinity to 0, graph will be keep on increasing and it will become maximum at this point. Means in this case answer will be 3. Yes or no? And now they are saying move from 0 to 1. 1 will be somewhere here. At 1, what is the value? 3. This is your actually your 1. How you said that this will be equal opposite to this? Because when I am putting x equal to 1, I am getting 3. So I am moving 0 to 3, 0 to 1. When you move 0 to 1, your graph will move like this. This way. The maximum still will be coming at 1 by 2 only. So I will say this will be 13 by 4. Again, have you understand this point? Now look the first bit we can do without this also, graph also. They ask you maximum minimum value, not differentiation, other way. So y equal to, watch carefully already, x minus x square plus x plus 3. Y equal to x minus x square plus 3 for x belongs to real number. Listen carefully. For x belongs to real number. Okay. Shift it. X square minus x plus y minus 3 equal to 0. Can I write like this or not? Shifting one side, nothing else I did. This become quadratic. The difference is this quadratic is containing one variable. This is the quadratic. Now, x information given. X is what? Root of the quadratic. By value of x is called as the root of quadratic. This saying that ki roots is real. Roots is real. If roots is real, so discriminant must be greater than equal to 0. So discriminant of this must be greater than equal to 0. B square 1 minus 4 AC y minus 3 must be greater than equal to 0. So we'll get 1 minus 4y plus 12 greater than equal to 0. Or you can say 13 must be greater than equal to 4y, or you can say y less than equal to 13 by 4. The maximum value of the y will be 13 by 4. Did you understand what I did? Hello. Whenever you have to get maximum minimum value for x belongs to real only, that condition. If x belongs to real, no need of graph and all. Convert everything in the quadratic. X belongs to real, they said, it means discriminant must be greater than equal to 0. Put the discriminant greater than equal to 0, you will get automatically y value. This look a little bit strange, but that's what we use it for solving the question quickly. Is this clear? This second method, those who did not understand, don't worry. That is part when we'll be doing quadratic expression fully, it will be clear. But the first method, graphical method, is it clear to everybody? Okay. Write the one question for all of you. If y equal to x square minus x plus 1 divided by x square plus x plus 1 for x belongs to real number, then find the range of y. Of course, you cannot do by graph because this is not quadratic expression, this is a quadratic by quadratic. This questions do at home, and the next class as a homework you can take it. Next class will continue with this one. So today for quadratic expression I given you the fundamentally what I'm going to use. I'm going to use the graph, turning point, these 3 points I'm going to use it. On that basis now we'll derive our cases and getting over. The next 2 lectures or maximum 3 lecture your quadratic will get over. It take around 7 to 8 hours minimum it take for quadratic equation to it, because it's not only quadratic, there are the other all the equation property we had to study. So I don't want to be in hurry. Let's 1 hour extra, but it should be done thoroughly. We should not go back again, right? So in the next class we'll continue with this one.